Wow.
Yeah.
Because, there's been many people in my life that when, they weren't, I don't know if they weren't exposed to it, if they knew about it but didn't want to address it, but they saw a so-called wilderness or a dead end as the end. And what I really wanted to hit on is like the process of faith.
Personally, I believe that people make, when they do things like that, it's that there's always something they're comparing their current life against. So literally, it's the life that they're living now doesn't match whatever the blueprint that they created for themselves is. And I think whenever you have a disconnect like that, that's when real problems can occur. But the step you can take, I think, in that respect is, if your life is not meeting the blueprint that you created for yourself, it's not against the law to create a new blueprint.
Right.
Create something else. Like, think, okay, if I'm not where I am career-wise, start taking the steps to think, well, is there another career for me? Am I not in my passion place? Or there's always the ownership part. It's am I doing enough? Am I really going after this thing like I want to? Or am I actually sitting back, which I think a lot of people do? And am I waiting for success to happen to me?
Yeah. I think, too, just on top of that, one of the things that I give myself room to do is make mistakes. And I think a lot of times people are very set on being perfect and set on this blueprint and accomplishing it to the T. I should be married by this day. I should have 2 kids by this day. I should have this income by this date. I should be in a house in the hills by this date. And when all these
Instagram does that to us.
Instagram does that to us.
We live in a society
where this person has this
where
picture of life, and I don't have this picture, or this person, my marriage failed, so everything ends. But why? Maybe we make mistakes. Maybe those mistakes are there to teach us lessons that can help us go along the way. If we see that as the end, and it will indeed be the end. If we see that as a stop, gas refuel moment that we can use to go forward, we can make mistakes, or we can make decisions that just lead us differently. You just depend on how we look at it. But
I think mistakes has been stigmatized as being a bad thing. Mistake is just like taking a camera take. Take another one.
Another one.
And it's never a failure.
And the minute that you tell yourself that you're not perfect and that you will never be perfect and that there is not a perfect part of you, you can feel so much more free about the decisions that you make that are absolutely clueless.